So for the past couple of weeks, I've been thrifting and going to bookstores and Goodwills and miscellaneous resale shops, and I've been gathering a rather amazing collection of books that I got for all under $5. All the books here are going to range from science fiction to classic literature to hardcovers, softcovers. We're going to start with Bob Shaw, The Palace of Eternity. Oh yeah. I was aware of Bob Shaw. I was aware of The Palace of Eternity. And this paperback, which is, by the way, a first edition printing. So this is an amazing cover for a science fiction space opera, which does not make sense at the beginning of the book, but in the second half, you will start to understand why the cover is the way it is.
I saw on the counter on one of the shelves at this resale shop for like 25 cents. It was a wholesale 25-cent paperback sale, and I bought it. I read it. I finished it. This book is great.
Trust me, you will not know where this book is going. You won't know. You won't know. You won't see it coming. Next book, Triton by Samuel R. Delany. Classic cover. Sorry, I need to start. Haven't read it. There's 2 Delany books after this. Haven't read Triton. Need to. I need to read Dahlgren and Nova first, which are the 2 books coming up. Dahlgren by Samuel R. Delany. This is another book that I desperately need to read. Amazing cover. Both these covers together are just so good. They're so good. Next book is Bilba, which is the book that I want to read first, and it's this 80s paperback edition with this synthwave retro font. It's very stylistically different than the first edition, and super cool looking, just because of how good of a space opera this book supposedly is. So yeah, it's just weird seeing. And then the reason why that's just weird because this looks like a video game. I don't know, like tie-in or like some pulpy shit. I don't know, but it looks good. I like the cover. The Sky is Filled with Ships by Richard C. Meredith. Don't know much about this book. I do know a little bit about this author. I need to read this. It's good. I like the cover. It's very purpley and hazy and misty. It's like how people talk about how nebulas taste like wine or something. Yeah, Vacuum Diagrams by Stephen Baxter, which is a book I need to read. This book, I don't really like this paperback. I don't like it at all. I don't like this paperback. This looks like the Da Vinci Code, but like science fiction format. It does not look good. I hate it. The Demolished Man by Alfred Bester. The Demolished Man. This reminds me of like Lawrence of Arabia meets like Dune meets like Dracula or something. I don't know. This is weird. Like a fucking jaguar and a monkey and a fucking giraffes in the distance. I don't know. It looks interesting. This is a book that I need to read. Time Machine by H.G. Wells. The Time Machine. This is a watermill classic. Excellent cover. Very indicative of the actual story itself. Some of the covers for these books I don't really particularly vibe with, but I vibe with this one. It's a good one. Next we have Childhood's End by Arthur C. Clarke. I fucking love this cover. Holy shit. It's got this Art Deco, futuristic, sherbet, like rainbow, sherbety, rainbowy, surreal, vibrant cover. That's like, and the ship, of course, has a trident at the very top, and this just looks amazing with this like text that like mimics the ship. It's just satisfying to look at. It's really artistically satisfying to look at. It's really good. It is super good. Oh my god, it reminds me of BioShock in a weird way. This is a super good cover. This is a really good book too. I read the ebook, but I never found a copy of it in public, so I got it immediately because I thought the book was really good. And the book inspired end of Evangelion, which is one of my favorite movies of all time. Very purchase. Next we have Down Below Station by C.J. Cherry. This is another classic that I haven't read that I need to read. I'm going to read it. Believe. Trust. I will read it. Accession by Ian M. Banks. It's a book that I need to read too. Paul Anderson's Tile Zero, which is a book I need to read. It's this vintage paperback with this grape Concord grape finish on the pages. Paint finish. Looks really good. Got the 30 Stigmata of Palmer Eldritch by Philip K. Dick. Vintage cover. Haven't read it. Need to. Paul Anderson's Boat of a Million Years. Great cover. Just an aesthetically pleasing book to look at. Great text. Pete Hogan's Giant Star, which is this weird, I love this cover. You got this like metallic, brutalist, geometric abstraction of a ship just diving into this fucking rainbow sherbet wormhole. It's very visually interesting, very visually pleasing to look at. I don't know why. Giant Star. I've read this book before. It's alright. Paul Anderson, After Doomsday. Paul Anderson, The Bible. This is another good cover. I love these vintage Paul Anderson book covers. Next we have There Would Be Time. This is another great cover. Nice. It's a nice cover by Paul Anderson. Lucifer's Hammer. I already have a copy of this book. I've read it before. I should read it again, considering the 2032 asteroid with a 2% chance of hitting us. Got the Neutron Star by Larry Niven. And the last book was by Larry Niven and Cornell. Here it is. Neutron Star. Oh my god. I love the Larry Niven book covers. Ubik. I love this cover. I love these paperback copies of Philip K. Dick's books. The modern ones. They feel nice. They look nice. Especially when they're paired together with like Valis and Flow My Tears, The Policeman Said, and all the other Philip K. Dick books. All of them are good. I love these covers. I love these books. Great book. It's one of my favorites. I think Neuromancer and Ubik are like my two favorite science fiction books of all time. So, got it. Children of Dune by Frank Herbert. This is an amazing cover. Like red, orange, crimson, vibrant, kind of a luminescent background against this like white city, this like white concrete city with the classic Dune letter typeface and font that's like white and beige. It's such a good cover. This is such a good cover. Oh my god. Then we're gonna move into classics. That's sort of like a science fiction story. Found this for only $1 at a bookstore. This is a deluxe Penguin edition of Gravity's Rainbow by Thomas Pynchon. This is amazing cover. I mean, it's an amazing edition too. Just an amazing. It feels amazing. The paper that's used is thick. This is like the paper they used for the Odyssey and the Iliad ones too. It's like this ribbed paper. It just feels so nice. This is a nice cover. By the way, this book is amazing. It's a masterpiece. I don't care what anyone says. I don't care how stupid the plot seems at face value. Some of the descriptive language, some of the prose sections in here, Pynchon manages to describe the undescribable. I'm telling you, he takes like parts of human experience that's like reserved for just like pure qualia. He takes the transcendental, puts it in a text. Things that you can't express in words, when you see something beautiful or something resonates with you, he manages it. He manages to do it in such a emotionally evocative and poetic way. Like, this book has amazing sections. my shit scene. Yeah, shut the fuck up, okay? My shit scene. Oh yeah, okay, we get it. You nitpicked, like nitpicking. Oh, the erection rocket. Yeah, whatever. This is a masterpiece. It's a shame that it didn't get a Pulitzer Prize. This is way better than Infinite Jest and way better than Ulysses. In my opinion, this book is just so good. It is a masterpiece. Well, you're a lip bro. Yeah. Shut the fuck up. Next we have Sophie's World, which is a novel about the history of philosophy. So basically, like, philosophers. So basically, this book is about a girl, I think, that's like that makes contact with like all the philosophers from history, like ranging from like fucking Socrates to, you know, Rousseau and Hobbes and, you know, Descartes and Spinoza to like fucking Nietzsche and Sartre and Camus. She like, it basically explores philosophical history between like letters between this girl asking questions to these philosophers. I don't know. I think that's what the book is about. I don't know. Don't take anything I say with take everything I say with a grain of salt. I don't know what I'm talking about. So we have the death of Ivan Lynch. The death of Ivan Lynch by Leo Tolstoy. This book was randomly picked out by this random wheel I have that spins. I just input all my books into, and it chooses for me because I can't live with freedom and free will. You know, that's what Kierkegaard said. Anxiety is a dizziness of freedom, and yeah, that's what I feel. I feel dizzy when I'm trying to pick out books. I'm reading it. It's surprisingly good. Yeah, I like it. I like it a lot. We had Franz Kafka, The Complete Stories. I don't think this book contains the trial, but contains the metamorphosis, the judgment, some shorts, a lot of short stories. Yeah, Kafka. Next we have White Noise by Don DeLeo. This is a book that I need to read. Oh yeah, this is another deluxe Penguins edition with this ribbed paper that feels nice. Did Fictiones, the collected fictions. This is a great cover. This is like a deluxe Penguin Classics too. Very nice, matte, supreme feel to it with the ribbed paper once again. I need to read this really bad. I need to read this really, really, really bad. I've been meaning to read this. I need to. But I'm just so busy. This Bram Stoker Dracula hardcover with illustrations by Edward Gorin? Edward Gorin? I don't know. It's a nice hardcover. Next, I've got 100 Years of Solitude by Gabriel Garcia Marquez. I love this book. The book is great. I've read this book before in paperback, and I just found it like this. I just found this for under $1, like $405 at a resale place. Amazing. It's golden. It's got golden edges. It's like in near perfect condition. Great book. Hopefully it has the family timeline. It does. Good. Great book. Next I've got Grimm, The Complete Stories. In a similar fashion. I think these are Barnes & Noble's leather-bound books. Haven't read much of Grimm's fairy tales. I think I read a couple when I was younger. Then we have King Arthur and the Knights of the Round Table by Sir Thomas Malory. Les Mortes d'Arthur. This is a book I need to read. Amazing, amazing edition. Look at this. High medieval. Well, this is not really high medieval. King Arthur existed probably in the Middle Ages. If he did, which he didn't, but, you know. Amazing. We got Frankenstein by Mary Shelley. Look at that. Look at this cover. Look at this edition. Oh my god, it's amazing. This is a book that I need to read. I haven't got around to it because it's just so popular and so lauded that I feel like I already know it just by virtue of what people talk about. Not least, we got Ernest Hemingway, 4 novels in one leather-bound hardcover, which contains The Sun Also Rises, For Whom the Bell Tolls, A Farewell to Arms, The Old Man and the Sea. At the very last, this is an amazing, again, hardcover. I need to read everything else besides The Old Man and the Sea, which I've already read. Great writer. If there's anything I really need to express. It's all the books that I've got from this long couple weeks, this couple week haul, and I need to read Dahlgren, especially. I need to read Accession, and I need to read Vacuum Diagrams and Nova. But if you disagree, which book from here do you think is the best, and which book should I read first? I'll let you decide.